another set of visuals with Russia intensifying its offensive against Ukraine. Ukrainian soldiers are now putting up a stiff resistance. And watch how the soldiers of Ukraine's 128th Separate Mountain Assault Brigade eliminated the Russian T-72 tank with an accurate strike. Now, to put this into perspective, both the sides who are actively engaged in a war of information have been claiming that they've been taking down more and more military equipments and vehicles of the other. But yes, Russia has explained and spoken of its plans to take full control of Donbas and southern Ukraine as part of the second phase of the military operation. This has been confirmed by the deputy commander of Russia's Central Military District. And Ukrainian fighters, meanwhile, also continue to put up a stiff resistance. Remember how we have seen Ukrainian fighters also cling to their last redoubt in Mariupol after President Putin declared the port city, quote-unquote, liberated. So yes, we do see the Ukrainian forces, even as the war is almost going to enter the third month. It's going to be 60 long days in just 2 days, and the war and the battle on ground continues. But President Zelensky, time and again taking to social media, interacting with several global leaders, talking about how they will not give up till the very last day of this war. And we have been focusing on several other cities, including Bucha, and the kind of atrocities that really have been committed by the Russian forces. But on your screens is the Ukrainian retaliation, troops attacking the Russian T-72 tank. And as the Russian offensive continues in Ukraine, the focus has shifted to the eastern part of the country. Russia claims to have captured Mariupol. The focus, as we have been pointing out, is on liberating the Donbas region. Another report filed by Shavan said, take a look.
Behind me is the 4th Guards Tank Division. Now, this happens to be Russian Federation's elite troops that had entered the city of Kiev. Rather, it was outside, but this is the very place where there was a raging battle starting from the 24th of February, continued all the way till about first week of April, when the Russian troops faced a humiliating defeat. What you see all around are parts of that elite combat troop, the tank division that was basically moving inside. And not very far from where we are broadcasting right now is the city of Irpin. So the Battle of Irpin was perhaps the turning point, if I may say so, as far as this Battle of Kiev is concerned. Something that was completely unimaginable when the war actually began. No one really thought that perhaps Ukraine would be in a position to defend Kiev. But weeks later, things have really changed. Now, that was the first phase of war. What we are looking at is a protracted second phase of war, where it is completely turned into the eastern side, the Donbas region, where the challenges right now for the Ukrainians appear to be far more than what it was in the first phase of the war. In fact, just today you've heard UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson predicting that this war could stretch all the way up to 2023. Now, if that's the case, for the Ukrainians, it's going to be a tough task, because if you look at the eastern side of Ukraine, the Donbas region, remember, that's an area, even before the invasion, only 30% was under the control of the Ukrainians. Large part of it was with the Russians. That till about 9th of May, when the Victory Day is celebrated back in Russia, Russia would essentially be looking for something to tell their domestic audience that they have got some sort of a strategic win. Because all around, what you see is a symbol of that humiliating defeat. And many would say it's been a catastrophic military failure for the Russians. So if that repeats on the eastern side, remember, it's going to be very, very difficult for the Russian President Vladimir Putin. And hopefully, here in Ukraine, they're looking at a situation where the United States and their Western friends, they come together, amp up the military supply. They're looking at heavy weapon supply coming in, be it artillery, be it anti-warship, and also anti-missile tanks, all that put together. That is exactly what is required right now. If this battle actually swings towards the Ukrainians, or it gives them a decisive win. For them, it's going to be a larger challenge. So